So today we're gonna be doing this drugstore makeup. Moisturizing my face with Tucker Ashley's Perfecting Moisturizer. This is great for all skin types. It is oil-free, fragrance-free, and deep hydration. This contains hyaluronic acid. Long story short, it just means it's a very important lubricating property. Nyx Hydra Touch Primer. With skin-loving ingredients, it creates a smooth and refreshed complexion. Using L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation and applying with a round buffing foundation brush. This brush is a synthetic brush. It's got soft, dense bristles, and it will apply a airbrushed finish, and it will also help build coverage and also blur away imperfections. To talk more about the foundation, there are 12 True to Skin shades to provide a fresh, luminous glow to the skin. This is a buildable coverage. One tap into the product will give you a sheer look. 2 taps into the product will give you a light coverage, and 3 taps into the product will give you a medium coverage. Just a little like double dipping. This is said to work for all skin types. I personally think it works best on dry to normal, but if you are combination to oily, you will have to set this product. It will not clog pores, and it is also safe for sensitive skin. This does retail for $16.99, so $16.99, and you get 0.52 ounces, so 0.52 ounces. This product does have warm shades, but it also has neutral shades, and when you are buying it at the store, you'll see W or N, and so obviously W means warm, N means neutral. And I'm going to go ahead and show another way to apply this product, and that's just with a beauty sponge. We'll be using the Ricky Care 3D Blender Sponge. This retails for $10, and the way I like to use it, I dampen the sponge. It will double in size, but it also will not suck up as much product because the sponge has absorbed enough water to not need to absorb much else. With the egg shape, it's perfect for delicate and hard to reach areas, but also it won't pull on the skin, so it makes it really a gentle tool to use on your face, especially around those sensitive eye areas. This tool is also great to apply moisturizers, serums, all of the skincare that you have to do to not age. Using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, this is a fragrance-free, oil-free, non-pore clogging, natural covering concealer. And this retails for $6.49. I'm applying this in triangular shapes under my eyes, a little X on the forehead, a crooked line down the nose, gonna straighten that out, and then on the Cupid's bow and the chin to highlight and also cover any imperfections, as in, bags and that kind of stuff. And lightly buffing or patting that into my skin using Ricky's Care 3D Blender Sponge. I like to work that concealer in on the inner corner of the eye, up towards the eyelid, to conceal any of those imperfections in between the nose area. Using NYX concealer in a jar, this is the pastel green, to cancel out any red. And I'm applying this with an OCC lip brush. I'm using this concealer as a base because it is, one, going to remove all the red, and this product comes in 24 different shades, and it's only $5. Seriously, $5. Moving into eyeshadow, I'm using this NYX Cosmetics palette. I chose this eyeshadow palette because there are 10 different eyeshadows with various finishes, and that allows me to have a very bold or soft look. Before I apply shadow, I want to buff out that cream just to make sure there's no creasing with the sponge. Picking up a fluffy angled shadow brush, this allows me to easily add color to every contour on the eye. It also blends out pressed or loose powder. With soft fibers, it's going to ensure a gorgeous even finish. Just using the matte baby pink shade. And using the shade White with Shimmer, popping that on the inner corners of my eyes and on my brow bones. Using a small precision smudger brush, because of the rounded tapered bristles, you will get a precise application every time. Not only because of the size, but because of the softness of the brush, it allows it to reach in the smallest areas of your eye. And this brush will work with loose or pressed powder. And I wanted to go ahead and define the crease just a little bit by going in with Carrot Orange and Gold Shimmer. But I did mix in just a touch of the fuchsia with Pearl. And those shades are on the bottom row on the outside corners of the palette. And that's just the rough draft, if you will, for adding dimension and depth into the crease of your eye. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions to apply the product. Using a bullet crease brush from EcoTools, applying the same 2 shades. This is a defining brush that allows you to place product in the crease with precision. Because of the shape of the bristles, it will also blend out the shadows. By holding the brush horizontal, you're going to get a very hard line. If you hold the brush with the bristles pointing down, you're going to blend out that line above it. And with the bristles pointing upward, you're going to blend out underneath the line. Now using the NYX Cosmetics Super Skinny Eye Marker. This is a microfine felt tip, and the size is perfect for winged eyeliner. And even just for getting around that lash line, it's awesome for that as well. If you want an in-depth winged eyeliner tutorial, check it out. I have one on my channel. So I didn't like this, but I think mine might just be dried out. Going back in with Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, I have a new technique that I wanted to share with you guys. This is going to be great for deeper skin tones. Instead of contour, you put this right under where you would put a contour. This brightens any shadows. If a natural shadow already exists, this can give a clean contour appearance. And of course, you'll just buff it out with a sponge. Let me know if you play around with this technique and if it works. Using a large powder brush from EcoTools, using Milani's Baked Blush in Luminoso. This product is great because it's got matte and shimmery shades, richly pigmented and buildable. The last time I applied the concealer, it was for demonstration purposes only. Now I'm going in cleaning up where I place my blush to give it a nice chiseled out look. And of course, just blending it out with a sponge. Now using the Pixi Blush Duo, just applying it to the places the sun would naturally hit, which would be the Cupid's bow, the tip of the nose. This is a silky powder which will create a flawless finish with a beautiful glow. This product is infused with vitamin E. Now using a fan brush, this is great for highlighting. It gives an even and soft distribution of product. Milani's Amore Matte Metallic Lip Cream. It is bold and richly pigmented and has a soft luster and dries to a smooth matte finish without drying out your lips. 16-hour wear and kiss approved. L'Oreal's Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, which has a no clump brush and it will lengthen and perfectly define your lashes. This is Duo Lash Adhesive. It is a latex-based formula, all-day wear, and it dries clear. Lashes that I'm using are Eylure lashes in Opulent. They are pretty delicate style with gorgeous length, and they are naturally crisscrossed for a beautiful finish. And I'm using the NYX Micro Brow in shade Taupe. This is very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is a little bit more of a dry formula. It does come in 8 shades. It does have a precise tip with a spoolie on the other end, and it will create a natural looking finish. I don't go into very much depth over how to fill in your brows, and that's just because I'm going to have a very in-depth, detailed video on that next week. So stay tuned. So I added a lot of detail in this video. Just let me know what you guys thought of it. That way I know to continue to do it or to maybe dial it back a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you want to see next. Like and subscribe. Pretty much that's all I got for you.